Hey everyone, today I'll be talking about my 10 favorite grindcore albums. First up is Reek of the Unzen Gas Fumes, self-titled. This is the sole full length from this band. All the other releases are splits and demos. It is very melodic and catchy, but it still retains a lot of that harshness and aggression. The drum machine used here is very prevalent in the mix, kind of reminiscent of Endless Dismal Mode. I know a lot of people do not care for the vocals on this album, but I think they bring a very unhinged and erratic energy, which perfectly fits the music. Definitely the best band and album from the Japanese grindcore scene. Next album is Exquisite Macerated Tissue Slippage and Full Body Degloving Under Extreme Circumstances of Accelerated Putrefaction by Cisco. Yeah, this is a pretty brain dead album. Very violent and chaotic. Everything is at such a consistent level of volume, aggression, and intensity that it almost becomes hypnotic. The drumming on this album is what really sells me, just hits a certain part of my brain. The drummer for this band is in a bunch of other projects. I forgot his name. I think his first name is like Polwak or Polwatch. I follow him on Instagram. Fluids Until It Shines. Really cool and experimental. Definitely sticks out a lot in Fluids' discography. I really love the electronic influences on this. Definitely a lot brighter than other Fluids albums. Unyielding loved the Sweat of Augury. I was originally going to go with the demo, but I decided to go with this release instead. So many insanely catchy riffs on here. The noise influence on this is not as prevalent as it is on the demo, but I still love that it's included here. This album has a tremendous amount of replay value. The Berserker, Dissimulate. I've loved this album for so many years now. Remember when I was younger being super blown away by the drumming, and I would look up videos of Gary Thomas playing tracks from this album. The videos were always really poor quality, but I just remember being enthralled by them. I see this band get categorized as industrial death grind, which I think is pretty fitting and is also very unique. I don't see many bands getting labeled as industrial death grind. Ended Through the Mirror. This album transcends what a lot of people would think are the boundaries of grindcore. This album is truly unique and groundbreaking. So chaotic and full of energy. There's just so much going on. I found out about this album through my favorite metal YouTuber, WiredXHim. Actually, I found a few of these albums through him. Comforting Separation. This is the only comforting release that I would consider within the realms of grindcore, more specifically noise grind. I've actually already done a ranking for all comforting releases. It definitely is up for debate exactly what genre or label this album falls into, but I think we can all charitably say that noise grind is one of the options. There are many different influences on this record. Very noisy and emotional. I would say it's definitely the most emotional album on this list, and by a fairly considerable margin. Roughly Excised, Putrefindings, Morbid Descriptions, and Necronosis by Lymphatic Phlegm. Actually intelligently crafted gore grind. Really unique guitar tone for this genre. It's crazy how long Lymphatic Phlegm have been around, yet in my opinion their best album, this one, came out in 2021. That main melody in the second track is such an earworm, it always gets stuck in my head. There is a reason why Lymphatic Phlegm are one of the more revered acts in the gore grind scene. Morsa, 2 Hours to Doom. I really love the almost emotive hardcore or screamo influence on here. Really cool. It is a grindcore classic for a reason. Really awesome blend of grindcore, death metal, and like I said before, screamo / emotive hardcore, and I'd even throw an emo violence in there. Nelt wrote Trespass. Very dark album. Again, there's a little bit of debate to whether or not this is really grindcore. I see a lot of people call it war metal, or death metal, or blackened death metal. Usually this happens because the album takes a lot of influences from different genres, but I do believe there is enough grindcore influence for it to be on this list. I really love how there is a atmosphere being built in this album, a very dark atmosphere. I really value atmosphere in music. But yeah, that's the list of my 10 favorite grindcore albums. Again, not in order. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.